Welcome to another new video. Today in this video, we are going to talk about what Redis is, how Redis work, and how you can install Redis in your machine. As you can see, Redis, an in-memory database that stores data in the server memory, is a popular tool to caching data. But Redis can be used as a primary database, but I'm not going to use as a primary database in this video. We just use how we can Redis use for caching. If you really want to see how we can use as a primary database, just let me know on comments below. I'll try to make a video as well. The most important thing, if you follow along this video, you will get a clear idea in your head and you can use your own project, because in this video we are going to use real life example so that guys everyone can follow along this video and you can implement the same logic in your project, just a little bit different. And we are also use the latest version how you can connect Redis with Node.js very easily. If you feel really interested, make sure you subscribe the channel, because your subscription make me happy to create such a quality content. That's it. And let's jump into a picture so that guys you can understand how Redis is work. Well, as you can see here, Redis is a picture. So let's say you are the user and you are going to a website and trying to send a GET request. You want to get a huge amount of post, and then probably your server trying to send you the huge amount of list, but it might take too much time to get response. Then what will be happen if it does take too much time? Then your user will be unhappy and your user can leave your site, and this is not the way. But how we can solve this problem? And here comes Redis. Redis is used for caching. Let's say whenever you want to get a huge amount of data for a second time, then you will get this data from Redis, not the actual database. You will save the all data to Redis. Now you might ask me, is there any difference between Redis and the other traditional database? Yes, there is a difference, because Redis use your RAM to store data, and the traditional database is like store disks, something like that. So that is why Redis is so much faster than any other database. Well, enough definition. Let's jump into the installation part and real life example, so you can understand very easily the rest of the thing. To start Redis, you have to install Redis in your machine. How to you can install? To install, you have to go to redis.io website. Afterwards, you can see this look like. Then you have to click get started, and then you can see here installation process, how you can install for your Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. According to your needs, you can click, but for me, I would like to click Mac OS. And then Mac OS is super straightforward. You have to just install Homebrew in your machine. I believe that you already have. You can check this command using this command. So just paste this command, Homebrew version, then you probably see your version number as well. All right. Afterwards, what you can do, you just need to install Redis, and if you type this command, you are good to go. And then you can check your server. You can type Redis server. For me, I would like to take my server just like Redis CLI, and you can enter the Redis server. As you can see, you enter it Redis server. Now you can get set everything from Redis database. You are in Redis server right now. So if you want to set some data, then you can do it, because as I told you, Redis is in memory key value database. Let's say I would like to set data. Set, as you can see, this suggests me to put a key. So my name and value is Arif, and let's see, it's okay. That means we set our Arif key, and name is the key, Arif is the value. And how we can get?
So we can get using get command, get the key name, let's say key name, and we get it. So if you want, you can delete it as well. Let's say we want to delete name, and then yes, so as much as you want to add. But if you want to add an array, then you can do it, but not this way. So you can do l push, something like that, l push, and the key name, let's say names, and element, let's say Arif, something like that, and you can put rest of the element as you want. And I have done. If I do it get names names, then as you can see, I did not get because it's an array. Like, so how we can get? So if you want to get array, then you have to put like l range range, I think, e. So the started ms names, start should be 0 and stop should be -1, and then as you can see, I get my name. So it's super easy. So you can set, you can get, you can delete as well. If you want to get all of the list, then you can just use key dot star, and then you'll get names, these names, Arif, and you will get everything stored in your Redis. All right. So if you want to flash all of the list, everything from your Redis, how you can do? You can use Redis flash command. So if you just do flash db, then you'll delete all your key. So as you can see, there is a no key. As you can see, guys, here is my simply Nodejs server. So it's I'm using demo JSON placeholder for comments. So I'll get all comments and I'll get response as a JSON. So that's it. So I did it. So it's very simple and straightforward. So you can do it. So you can post this video or you can type it. I believe you can make this simply server because you're watching Redis tutorial. All right. The next thing would be you have to install Redis. Let's say you need to install yarn or Redis, and also you have to install Axios, something like that, and you can do it. And as you can see, I have done it. So now you can use Axios. So I have used Axios from Axios for get request, and if I'm going to, and also I have set up nodemon, guys. As you can see, package.json, I have set up nodemon, start nodemon app.js for a script. So that is why I can type just like this. Let's say I'm opening a terminal, and then if I type yarn start, then I can able to see, as you can see, it's listening 3000. If I'm send a get request, then I'll send response. Here we go, this is the comment, and we just copy, and if we just put another here, then we'll get the similar result. As you can see, we get all comments. But one thing you probably notice here, response status is okay, but it's 788 millisecond. So it's huge, you know. But if your list is goes too much big, then probably it take 1 or 2 seconds. But what will be happen after implement Redis? You will see the magic right now. In order to implement Redis, first of all, you have to import Redis from Redis. So let's do it. Redis and Redis. Then afterwards, you have to set a self-invoked anonymous function just like this, and your function definition will be here. And afterwards you just need to set a variable, and then Redis client, something like that. You can give anything, so I'm giving Redis client. Okay, that's it. And inside the function, I'd like to create Redis client. So let's say Redis client equal Redis, not connect, we are going to use create client. So this is a function,
So it's allowed to interact with Redis. Afterwards, we need to use Redis client dot connect or on method. So for error, something like that. And if goes error, then we'll give console dot error, and afterwards we'll connect our Redis client in connect method. Need to wait and Redis dot connect. This is the connect method, and pretty much that's it. This function allow you to connect with our local Redis server. We are going to implement for caching. So let's say we want to set our old data to Redis client here. Here is no data right now. As you can see, here is the list is empty. So if you want to get data here, then we have to set data, right? So how we can set data is like pretty similar. In order to set data, you have to use the Redis client. As you can see here, we need to this instance, so Redis client should be used here. Redis client dot set eax method. So this method, so here should be like, first of all, it should be the value. So let's say we are going to give the key. So key should be, let's say album, something like that, or comments. So sorry, we are ts comments. And then here should be the expiration date. So we are create a new variable expiration that's called 500 or 100. Then we are going to use, and the third parameter should be the data. If we put this data, then it should not be workable because we need to convert this data into stringify. Okay, so let's use JSON dot stringify. So here should be the data, and that's it. So if everything goes well, it should be workable. So let's go to the terminal and do, as you can see here, all key is empty. But if I send request, let's see, as you can see, I have sent request. If I'm trying to check once again the database, then I can see comment. As you can see, here is comment, right? So that means we set our comments. Now our task should be, whenever set this comment, if exists this comment in the Redis, then we will send request Redis, not the actual database. Let's use try catch block here. So try. So as you can see, try catch statement. So here console.log error, and inside the try catch, so we'd like to first of all check if the data exists in Redis, then we'll get the data from Redis, not the actual database. So first of all, we have to check it. So let's check const cache result. So cache result, wait, and it's Redis client dot get. This is the get function. Inside the get function is coming comments. Okay, so now we'd like to check whether the cache result exists or not. If cache result, then we'll just return console.log cache result, and here we are just trying to return res.json, and here json.parse. As you can see, guys, we did stringify whenever we set data, and then whenever we want to get, we have to parse it. Okay, then here the cache result. After parse, what we have to do, we have to else if nothing is happen, like if we don't get any data from cache from Redis,
then we need to send a request to database. So that is why we need to use else here. And here we want to just copy this line of code and paste it here, and it should be workable. So right now let's open the terminal and see. As you can see guys, it is. And if we send request, let's send a request. So it's take 22 milliseconds. Maybe it's coming from cache. So if console cache result, as you can see. So if we just delete all the cache and trying to send request once again, and as you can see, it's take 540 milliseconds. But if we send once again, let's see, it's coming from cache. So cache result. So that means it is working. So here we can console log, and we can see here coming from main database for demonstrate. So guys, it is working, but as you can see here, we have set the function here, but we can make our own function to reuse. Let's say we want to use another function, but what will be happen? We need to use same code several times. So this is not the good approach. We can create a new function here. Let's create const get cache, something like that, and inside the function. So this function take two parameter. One is key, then value, and here we'd like to use Redis client.setX, something like that, setX, and here key, not value here, we use value here. Sorry, we want to use value here, and here should be the expiration. Where is the expiration? So I make a variable default expiration time. So we are going to use the same thing here. So that means we can use this function here. Okay. So instead of this line of code, we can use this function and we can pass in here. Let's say what we can pass comments, Nodejs comments. And here we want to pass the data. So it should be the similar result. Let's delete everything from here. And if we try to get, there is a no key empty array. And if we send request, first of all, it will take too much time to send request. As you can see, it's take 20 milliseconds. And if I send it 9 milliseconds, because right now if I check it and it's comments, that means it's coming from cache result. First of all, it's coming from main database, then it's coming from cache result. That means our caching is working. So you can use it the similar logic, similar code in your own project, and you can make your own function just like this and you can reuse it. So hope this video helpful for you. If you think, just give me a like, comments, and it does not take too much time, and also subscribe my channel because it's make me a lot of inspiration to create content. Thank you very much.